Marc and Paulette here, the two travelers not in Mexico currently. And why is that?
Because we did a 2-week cruise for Marc's 65th birthday.
Woohoo! 65. So much for getting old, I guess. Here we are in the plaza area. We just boarded the cruise ship, waiting for our room to be ready.
And we decided to have actually 2 cocktails each because we bought the package that allows you to have 15 cocktails each per day, and it also included unlimited coffee drinks, specialty coffees, like I like my cappuccinos, juices, sodas, stuff like that. And we were going to try to meet that goal, but we never did.
Yeah, we failed miserably on that. There's Paulette on the deck of the rear of the ship as we're getting ready to set sail from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. People thought I was crazy for doing a transatlantic cruise on my first cruise, but here we are, and we are just about ready to set sail.
The Love Boat theme that you hear is something that Princess Cruise does whenever it leaves port. Well, here we are, sailing off for a 14-day cruise across the Atlantic Ocean.
The cruise had a lot of entertainment options, and here's just a small sampling of what they had to offer. This is in the main theater.
She don't play no crap games with barons on earth.
The Princess Live Theater on the 7th deck holds a lot of game show type contests, trivia contests. We went there a couple of times and it was a lot of fun. They allow audience participation. In fact, they encourage it. So that was pretty fun. And this is a bar that was located right outside of Princess Live. Next up, we're going to enter a glass elevator that's located on between decks 5, 6, and 7. And then we're going to go up to deck 7. And I'm going to show you some real expensive shopping to start out with once we arrive there. Now I realize that cost is a subjective thing, but if you got a wad of cash in your pocket that's burning a hole, Deck 7 is the place to do it on the Majestic Princess.
So this area that you're seeing right here is called the marketplace, and the marketplace is basically an open buffet. And there are like 4 aisles that you walk through, and there's one area that's all desserts and your specialty coffees and teas and things like that. Anyhow, you can just help yourself there most of the time throughout the day, but they do close it off for a bit to bring in the lunch menu from breakfast and things like that.
And to bring in the dinner menu after the lunch menu too. It's not open 24/7 by any means.
Yeah, and I thought they used to be, but
Yeah.
it's been a while since I cruised. But tons and tons of variety. I thought the food was pretty good. What did you think?
Yeah, it was pretty good. We ate there more than any other place.
Yeah, there are specialty restaurants where Marc did, we both ate at twice for his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
There's also multiple casual restaurants that you can go to, no cost.
And the desserts on board were really amazing too. I mean, you're getting a look at these here. And one of the days they did some really specialty stuff on our last day
Yeah,
on the
with the
cruise.
desserts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing.
This was in the marketplace, but they also had some fantastic desserts at the International Cafe too, although a much smaller selection. At the International Cafe, you could also get sandwiches and specialty coffee, as Paulette and I did a few times while we were there. Here's a picture of Paulette with the master chef from the marketplace. Paulette and I spent some time at Vines. They have a really nice windows where you can look out over the ocean, and Vines is located on the 5th deck. Here we're panning around, and we're going to actually walk through to where the customer service area is and a place where you can book excursions, but we're going to go beyond all of that to show you where the spa is. And they offer a lot of different services there, including haircuts, saunas, and everything in between. But first, we're going to stop at Harmony Restaurant. This was where we had our first specialty meal. Wasn't open for business here. I think it just opens at night. Once the cruise is finished in Italy, they're going to put it in dry dock and refurbish it and get rid of, I think, a lot of the Chinese branding on it, including Harmony, which we've heard is going to go away. And here we are at the Lotus Spa. But even if you have the package that, like Paulette and I had, the Princess Premium package, you still have to pay for the services here. And if the spa doesn't quite do it for you, you can head up to the exercise deck where there's a weight room as you see here. There's a long row of treadmills and various other weightlifting equipment. Paulette used the gym a couple of times and she said the view was fantastic while she was on the elliptical. Now we're outside on a sports deck. Behind these green veils are ping pong tables. Walking along here, pretty nice view. And in a minute, we'll go jogging, sort of. As we head around the ship, this is the track that you can use to do laps around the ship. However, what most people don't like is you have to actually pass through the basketball court like we see here. Here we have a shuffleboard court, which I have no idea how to play, but it's there for people who can play that game. We are going to head up some more stairs once we pass through the basketball court again, and we're going to go check out what basically is a putting green. Now we're headed back down to the track. I want to bring up some specs about this ship. There is actually a small library where we can check out books and check out games. And there's also an area for booking your next cruise. The ship was built in 2017. It has 18 decks, 16 elevators, 1,780 cabins to accommodate 3,560 passengers. 1,346 crew/staff. 8 floors have cabins, 15 floors are accessible to passengers, 14 bars and lounges, 2 pools, and 8 outdoor jacuzzis, which Paulette and I did not make use of, the jacuzzis or the pools, because it was a little cold in February in the middle of the Atlantic. Paulette and I, as I stated before, had the Princess Premier package, which included 15 alcoholic beverages each, plus specialty coffees and soda. Try as we might to reach that 15 drink, we could not do it. We failed miserably at it.
And that was per day.
Per day.
Per day, yeah, there's no way. But we tried.
Yeah.
I did, my best that I did is I did double Baileys over ice, and I think I did 6 of them in the day. Mm-hmm. But it's not that much, it's just 2 shots. So anyhow, and if you're sipping on it, by the time I got done with it, it was watered down anyhow.
It also included 6 printed photos, all the digital photos that we could download, 2 specialty dinings, and 2 specialty desserts. Here we are getting ready to go into the Hollywood pool area, which had an indoor pool that many people hung out at. It smelled a lot like chlorine to me, but beyond that was the Hollywood Conservatory, where Paulette and I did spend some time, and this is located at the front of the ship. Here you see the pool area, walking through. Again, great views of the ocean.
What was nice is that they also had these little areas where people could, mark as their area for the day if they wanted to, and go swimming and just sit by the windows and watch the ocean the whole time, read a book, go to sleep, whatever they want to do, play games.
Yeah, we saw a lot of people playing games up here, different board games, card games, and what have you, just passing the time. It's after all, we were at sea for what, the first 9 days.
9 days, yeah.
Um, so what are you going to do? Well, I watched the water. I enjoyed watching the water go by. Some people played games, and there were some Facebook groups where people got together and arranged to play games together, which is very nice. Here we're walking through the
Conservatory.
conservatory, walking by all of the animals here that you see carved out. I should have said topiary. Paulette's hacking it up because she's not feeling well right now. Um,
Big old chess game.
yeah, big old chess game for sure. Paulette sitting there
In the front.
in front, looking at her laptop,
That was
and
a
there
really
she
nice
is,
view.
waving to us. You can't hear her, but she said, "Hello, subscribers." And then back around, we're going to come to the other side of this deck, and there's a bar there, and there will be more pools once we pass this display. Not more pools, but the same pools, just the other side.
Yeah, I was going to say more pulls.
Yeah.
Where did that come from? How many drinks did you have to see more pulls?
I don't know, either not enough or too many, one or the other. But the drinks were pretty good here. And here we are looking down at the pools on deck 16. Not many people in them. Like I said, it was February and pretty cold outside. While it was cold, Paulette and I did bundle up and watch a couple of outdoor movies with some specialty ice cream and popcorn. This was one of the outdoor areas on the 7th deck, which gave us a pretty nice view. We didn't discover this deck until later on in the cruise. As Paulette said, could have been a game changer. Fantastic views, not many people out here at all.
So my final thoughts on this cruise was for a transatlantic at at the many days that were on sea was way too many for me. I needed to get my feet on some land. I mean, even though it's like sailing on, your own city, it was just a little too much for me 9 days in a row.
However, I was good with it. I really enjoyed it and had a great time. There you saw the Symphony sign, which is a restaurant that we are going to go into. We actually ate here a couple of times. They suggest that you get reservations. We did not make reservations, but so we just took advantage of what they called shared dining, and we met some other people on the cruise. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, you needed to have reservations to get a table for two, and we never did that. So, like Marc said, we just shared with everybody else, and it worked out great.
And here's some samples of the food that we had.
Not there, but throughout the cruise.
Yeah, that was an Alfredo's pizza. Our second specialty dinner was at the Catch by Rudy, and it was really good. That was a pretty cool bowl that they served my dinner to me in. And then here's Paulette's dinner. Larry, they were called him. And then they sang me happy birthday. So they actually celebrated my birthday 3 times on the cruise.
Thank you so much.
Oh, look at that. Now, that's the ultimate shot.
Wow.
The chocolate pudding.
Wow.
Wow.
This is good. I gotta get this.
I tell you, Faye is the best.
Would you like coffee?
A shout out to Faye at the Catch by Rudy, and a shout out to Adrian, who cleaned our room every day. So the cruise exceeded my expectations. The staff were so kind and friendly. They really treated me like a king. How about you, Paulette?
Yeah, I mean, I think that Princess really knows how to treat their passengers. Everybody was at your beck and hand. It was just really, really good customer service throughout the whole ship. We couldn't have asked for more.
If you like what we're doing, we hope you'll consider subscribing and stay tuned for more adventures.